Welcome to today's market report. European stock markets drifted on Thursday with Rolls-Royce holdings slumping ahead of a key speech from Jerome Powell and the head of US Fed Reserve. The DAX in Germany traded 0.% higher, CAC fell 0.2%, UK FTSE was down 0.2%. Losses have been minor on Thursday, with most investors wary ahead of Jackson Hole Symposium to be held virtually later today, where US Fed Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell is expected to deliver a pivotal speech setting out the central bank's new strategy for meeting its price stability and maximum employment goals. If it goes the way most people are anticipating, with a move to allow inflation to overshoot the 2% target to achieve 2% on average, rather than as a spot target, then it would imply looser monetary policy and higher future inflation. Turning back to Europe, French business confidence rebounded in August to its highest since the country went into a coronavirus lockdown, a survey showed on Thursday. In corporate news, Rolls-Royce stock dropped 7.3% after the UK engineering company reported a large pretax loss for the first half of the year and couldn't recommend a dividend. On the flip side, advertising group WPP rose 5.4% after it resumed paying a dividend after cost cuts helped it to beat dire forecasts for second quarter trading. Bouygues climbed 2.9% despite the French construction and media telecom conglomerate reporting a net loss for the first half of 2020. It expects significant profitability in the second half of the year. Oil prices were stable on Thursday as Hurricane Laura made landfall, threatening to devastate the US Gulf Coast, an area with nearly half of America's refining capacity. US crude future traded 0.1% higher at $43.42 a barrel. Brent rose 0.3% to $46.29 a barrel. Gold future rose 0.1% to $1,954.65 per ounce. On the FX front, GBP/USD extends the Asian consolidative mode into the European session today, having witnessed a sharp rise to 132.20 levels in the US last session. The spot ranges in the upper band of the rising channel formation carved out this week as the bulls hold above the bullish 21-hourly simple moving average, now placed at 131.98. A test of the rising trendline resistance at 132.36 is likely on the cards, backed by the bullish hourly relative strength index, which now points northwards at 62.20. Despite recovering from 131.93, the pair struggles to keep 132 heading to the London Open today. In doing so, the cable tracks the global market's pause ahead of the key speech from the Jackson Hole Symposium. Other than traders' mood, a report from the Confederation of British Industry, CBI, and comments by the Organisation for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD, also weigh on the pair. CBI said during its release today, companies reliant on spending by consumers, many of which only reopened in recent weeks after the lockdown, cut jobs at the fastest pace on record. On the other hand, the OECD marked the British economy's record quarterly slump as worrisome. Furthermore, news that EU envoys have dropped the negotiations over Britain and the European Union's post-Brexit relationship as a subject for the next week's meeting also weigh on the quote. Euro-dollar is prolonging the choppy performance so far this week and manages to keep the positive territory around 118.30 to 40 band. The pair stays sidelined within the 117.70 to 118.50 range, whilst the dollar index was down 0.1% at 92.942 ahead of Jay Powell's key speech later today. This is today's market news. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.